And it's another Money Monday with my cohort back, Mr. Terry Hollywood Hay. How was your time away, Mr. Hay?
Very enjoyable, relaxing, good to get away.
It's always good, right? Vacation's always way too short, though, is it not?
Oh yeah, we were only gone 3 days, so it wasn't very long.
Yeah, well, whether it's 3 days or 300 days, it always seems to end way too quick.
It sure does.
But anyway, we're back for some horse racing today, as always. Horse Racing Radar TV, but free picks as always too, a guaranteed tip sheet again. Boy, next week already, hard to believe, is the Breeders' Cup. So you're going to want to make sure you get all your Breeders' Cup stuff. Over on horseracingtoday.net, you'll see right there a ad. Kindly click on that ad over at horseracingtoday.net. Get yourself the wagering guide, the smart sheets for the two biggest days of racing to conclude 2025. And then right here in the middle of the screen when the show's over, Terry and I will post all of our comments, our Benny and the Bets, a race replay, all of that. Also hit that HRT gear button right there. Get yourself Horse Racing Today sweatshirt, hat. Get yourself ready for the cooler weather for sure. And then, Terry, that's about that, I guess. So we might as well get straight to the horse racing today, starting in race number 1, where they're going to go 7 furlongs. It's a maiden claiming. Does favor a little bit of early speed, as you see scrolling down there below. Our smart sheets are also included in the description on YouTube, so make sure you hit that up. And the tip jar, smart sheets will tell us who's likely to get the lead, Terry, and who's that?
It looks like the 4 should get there. It's got plenty of speed. If the 4 has any trouble at all, the 8 may go to the front.
Yeah, our race shape says the 4 could be troublesome too. Look at that. He's a lone E. Everybody else wants to be middle back, with the 2 and 7 not finishing within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. 4 also has a 1 length early speed edge. Again, 5 points equals 1 length, Terry. It's also a part of 2 horses that have hit par, meaning they've already run a speed figure of 74. Huge in maiden races. Who else has a chance today according to Par Plus?
Well, you can take a look there. Everybody except for that 1 and that 7 have a chance, but the 4 has the best chance at 50.3%.
Looks like the 4 has the best of something else too.
Yeah, it actually has the best jockey, and I think the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, indeed. The 5 horse Devil's Arrow, a 4-point last race speed figure edge. And that's something that Andrew Beyer talked about. Got a late speed edge too of a little bit more than 1 length. So you got a fast one. You got the hare and you got the tortoise right here, Terry. And the hare and tortoise our top total pace horses. They're both involved in our simulation favorites. Are they both involved in your picks to get us cracking in race number 1?
Well, I like Devil's Arrow, the 5. Ran second versus Tougher in last race. Drops in class today. At best start speed is fast among today's starters. Has a top trainer and jockey. Number 4, Cocktail on Humor that we were talking about. Drops in class today also. Has a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 30% of the races in the second race after it claims a horse and gets the leading jockey. And in addition to that, has a bullet for full-on workout on October 9th. Then number 3, Purple Lulu, finished in the money in 2 races out of 4 career starts. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Wins 23% of the races when taking a horse from a maiden to a maiden claiming race, and gets a leading jockey. Active Faith, my long shot, the 7, drops in class today. Switches to high percentage winning jockey, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, with the 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, with the 2, 4, and the 6, 8, a $50 ticket.
I'm going to start with Purple Lulu for the new week. This is a maiden special weight and track dropper. I think going into a more inside post could help following a wide trip last out. Then number 4, Cocktail Humor. That is Jamie Ness. That is Michael Sanchez. Another track dropper, has a bullet workout, should lead. And as we talked about in these maiden races, he's one of 2 yes horses and the simulation favorite. Then the 5 horse with that top last race speed figure of 4 points, better than everybody else. It is the other yes horse along with the 4. Does have that big late speed edge. Second up after more than a year off. This could be a boom or bust race. So be kind of leery about that. And then Act of Faith, the 7 horse, showed better early pace, better fractions in its last race. We see that right here. The only horse, they get all of that across the board right there. And it's also, as we look here, the biggest class dropper in the field. I'm going to put some of my Benny in the Bets bucks to work. 50-cent trifecta box with the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 7. And then the pick 4 with the 3, 4, 5, 7. Same as Terry, except he's got the long shot 1 in there. 1, 4, 5, 2, 4. And then 1, 5, 6, and 8, as we both like that 2, 4 in the third leg. So the potential weak spot being the same place. We've got a few minutes before race number 2. So we'll skip forward. Oh, you mean English today. We're fighting each other, Terry. This one's going to be a 6-furlong race where it does favor early speed. Almost 4 out of 10 go wire to wire. The inside 3 have the edge, Terry, in race number 2, particularly if they're fast. But it doesn't look like any of the fast ones have the 1 or 2.
No, the 5 has the most speed, followed by that 3 and that 4. So it just depends who gets the best break.
Well, we see with that 5 horse, we'll talk about C-Zone for the first time here today. Does want to be a part of the lead. 4 forward, 4 in the back. So a balanced race. But that 5 horse, what a world. That comfort zone says when we look at the early pace, compare it to its best performances, Terry, that horse should get an excellent trip. Something else says this horse should get an excellent trip too.
Yeah, it has a really good jockey, and although the 2 has the best trainer, but I think the 5 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, could well be. Golden Philly has the top last race speed figure, a hand full of points better than everybody else, along with the 5 and the 7 horses that have hit. Par also has a 5-point late speed edge. 1, 4, 8, and 3 in your top total pace horses. 1, 4, and 8 in your simulation odds, Terry. Who are your favorites?
Well, I like the 4 Golden Philly, ran second in the last race, has a top trainer and jockey. And then the 1 was third place last race. Rail Pulse wins at an 18% clip. Early speed suits the shorter distance, plus strong trainer jockey combination. And then What a World is the 5, finished third in his last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 7 is my long shot. She has a high percentage winning trainer, highest speed figure at today's distance, and best start speed as fast as among today's starters. I'm going to play the second Miami Vice pick 4. Pick 4. I'm going to use the 1, 4, 5, 7, 8 with the 2, 4 with the 1, 6, 8, and finish up with the 4, 5, 6, 7, a $48 ticket.
Yeah, I think I read today, Don Johnson, that Amazon, their server, something went down. And people talking about cyber attacks from China, and we're cyber attacking China, and what the hell is going on? And we all just leave each other the bleep alone for like maybe 48 hours. That would be beautiful in my view. I got the 4 horse Golden Philly is my top selection as well. Top last race speed figure, a handful of points better than everybody else. And again, the godfather of speed figures, not James Brown, but Andrew Beyer says anytime there's a 3-point advantage, you got to keep an eye on them. This one's going to drop a length with late speed, simulation favorite, better early pace. Lots of reasons to like Golden Philly and Philly. Number 1, Cara Blanca should be better in the second Parx run. They're coming in from another track. I think came in from Delaware. Better early pace with the top total pace designation. Number 5, What a World. That one could be out front with by far the best C-Zone. I don't know how many times I've said that only to watch that horse win. That one catches the right fractions. It will win because nobody will catch it. And then finally the 7 horse Lady Sriracha have some upside. This jockey and trainer have raced together 7 times in the last couple of months. Hit the board in 100% of them. So that's 7 out of 7 on the 7 with 2 wins. And I noticed that Private Ross's cryptic code is the 7 today. So just adds another code to that cryptic. 50-cent pick 4 for me, 1, 4, 5, 2, 4. 1, 6, 8, 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. I think that's $45. And then a $5 exact key box, the 4 over the 1, the 5, and the 7 in round number 2 today. Race number 1, they are kind of moseying their way to the gates, Terry. Probably not enough time to do race number 2, but we do have time to talk about some very simple ways to help the show today, Terry.
Well, you can go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the little bell so you're notified about all the great programs coming up. And then hit that link down below and copy it and save it. Share it with all your friends, relatives, neighbors. So they can come and check this out too. go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads,
TikTok.
Blue Sky, all of them, and give us a thumbs up and a like, and then also keep these comments and picks coming. We love to see them, and we really enjoy it, and it helps us out with our algorithms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and soon you definitely want to be paying attention. Soon there's a lot of stuff forthcoming. I assure you of that. Knocked a lot of it out, and soon I'll be able to knock the rest of it out and be able to produce some fantastic reports that I assure you, because of the sort of the data, you're just not going to get anywhere else. The kind of information that I can say with great certainty will help you be a better handicapper and understand what's going to happen in the race. Doesn't mean you'll pick necessarily a lot more winners, but I think you will. All right, so they're all lined up for race number 1 at Parx. And right now, the 5-horse is your 1-to-1 favorite. And that one has that late speed edge, the 4-point late speed figure, top last race speed figure edge, top total pace edge. The 4-horse is a little bit of an overlay at 2-to-1 versus 8-to-5. And then, that's 6-horse. The 8-horse, take charge, Danny. Anybody else getting some? Yeah, the 8-horse, big time. And they're off in the running. They look like quarter horses to me, all chubby little short things. The 4-horse, Cocktail Humor, as projected, has taken a fairly easy lead. The 5-horse, that 1-to-1 favorite, is sitting right behind, about a length off. And then looks to me like that's the 8-horse in third. So the horses most of them we thought would be a part of the early pace, except for the 5. Getting away with some easy-ish fractions at 23.68 seconds for a race that's going to go 7 furlongs. Maybe a touch on the quick side. We'll see. Although Michael Sanchez is as good as anybody at Parx with that ticker in his head. They're making their way around the turn. The 5 is starting to close the gap. 47 and 51. They got to slow it down a little bit. Know that the 5-horse is out. I don't know that Michael's asked the 4 to go yet. We'll see what happens as they come around the turn. 5-horse has moved along. The 4-horse has slowed down. And let's see who's going to come in third. It looks like maybe the 7-horse is going to come in third. 4, the 5, 7 may be coming in third. 5 is going to be an easy winner at 1-to-1, so the bettor's got that right. The 4-horse is slowing down a little bit, shortening his stride. And then you're going to get, for third, the 7, and then the 3. There you got it, folks. So we both are alive with the pick 4, unfortunately, with the 1-to-1 shot. And I'll be curious as if I make back even my should have just did a $10 10-cent superfecta box. I'm curious if I even get my $12 back on the Benny and the bets. All right, off to race number 3. You and I go, Terry. And then just real quick on race number 1, let's go back to the smart sheets. Just do a quick recap there. Top last race speed figure does have that big late speed edge. Did run right off the pace today, though, so that was a little bit of a move forward. Was a yes horse, strong par plus, good numbers there. So very good reasons for that horse to be a 1-to-1 favorite and come home like it is a 1-to-1 favorite. On to race number 3, we shall go. This one, Terry, is 1 mile. So it is 1 trip around the track. Excuse me, let me put the right stuff up on there. You'll see there, 34% go wire to wire. The rail, Love Like Crazy, a little bit of a discount. 2 through 7 a bonus, 8 and out also gets a discount. So if you have a little bit of speed in the middle of the track, you got a pretty good shot, Terry. It looks like most of the speed is in the middle of the field.
It is, although you can see that a lot of them are very close in their numbers. So I think this is anyone's guess on who's going to get that quarter pole first.
Yeah, but we see here the 4-horse is the pilot. Everybody else wants to be middle back. The 4-horse could get out to that front, get a good trip in there, Terry. But looks like the 3-horse is the one that's going to like the way this one sets up more than anybody else.
Yeah, the 3 is going to be very comfortable in here with an 89.53% C-zone figure.
I don't know that I've seen a figure like this before, Terry. That 6-horse in here, Joy the Fish. It's got a 20-point length speed edge. That's insane. That's what, 5 divided with 20?
4 lengths.
Yeah, that's a lot. And it doesn't look like, well, maybe he'll be more than 4 lengths off the lead early on. He is a class dropper, one of 3 of them in here, Terry. Also, got something else you better keep your eye out on with that late speed.
Yeah, it's got a really good jockey, but the 4's got a good trainer, and I think the 4 is a better jockey-trainer combination.
Yes, the 4 is also your top total pace horse. The 1 horse is your simulation favorite in here, Terry. Who was your favorite in race number 3?
I like the 4. Finished in the money in the last 6 races, winning 2 of those, has a high percentage winning trainer, and can handle today's distance. Roman Goddess, the 2, is a dropping in class, has today's top speed at this distance, and fastest dirt speed among the starters. The trainer wins 28% of the races when dropping a horse 2 or more classes. Love Like Crazy, the 1, won 2 races out of the last 3, so likes to win and drops in class. Joey the Fish is my long shot, 6, finished second in this last race, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. No bets for me in this race.
All right. So for me, the 2 horse Roman Goddess. Long way away, but I'm sure everybody wanted 1 back in the day. That one is a track dropper. The resume for this horse says it'll be better, maybe a ton better in the second start after a layoff. Then that 4 horse Umbro, neck away from winning both races at Parx after tripping over from New Jersey at Monmouth. Did run a Z pattern in its last race. Again, one more time, a Z pattern. If you're new to the show, you'll see here that the early pace was 77, then dropped to 66, and then the middle at the end found a second win up to 84, Z pattern. Number 1, Love Like Crazy, simulation favorite with best par plus number and going to drop in class. And then finally, the 6 horse. Man, there's no way in the world you can not have a horse in your picks that has a 4-length advantage in any part of the race, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or the end. Joy the Fish has that big late race advantage. No bets for me either in race number 3. Kind of a short Monday, Terry. Only 9 races. Usually we have about 10 at Parx, but we're only stealing a dime today. Race number 4, they're going to go 6.5 furlongs here, Terry. And much like 6 furlongs, 6.5 furlongs does favor early speed. Big rail bonus for breeze through time. Could breeze through this race if it gets things right. So early speed on the inside, Terry, in race number 4. And it looks like the speed is nowhere near to be found on that inside.
Nope, it's in the outside. That 8 horse has all the speed compared to the rest of them, followed up by the 6.
What's interesting about that 8 horse, it's not a front runner type. It is a closer. That's when it runs and how it's won. So that's left arrow action in there, Terry. And looks like plenty of them will like the way the action stacks up in this perfectly balanced race.
Yeah, you can see, though, that that most of them, or a lot of them, are way above the 50% threshold that we like to see, especially the 8 and the 6 is up there pretty good.
Yeah, you got the 2, the 6, the 7, and 8. A lot of them up in there. Only have 2 horses that have hit par here, though, Terry. The 1 and the 8. They have speed figures on their resume recently of 78 or better. It looks like only a few of them got a shot to do it today.
Yeah, there's only 3 or 4 that have, actually only 2, 3, I guess, 4. Yeah, 4 that have some kind of numbers at all. And the 8 again keeps showing up with the best chance.
Yeah, and the 8 best late speed over here. Late speed runner going to be on the lead with the top total pace. You can't pass what you can't catch, Terry, although Cruise Missile might be the one that they can't catch, Terry, with a 4-point last race speed figure. 8's got that jockey trainer, green, 100s along the way. Does the 8 get the top of your ticket here?
Sure does. Finished 3rd versus similar last race, switches to a top trainer and jockey. Cruise Missile, the 6, won last race at Parx Racing by 11 lengths, and high percentage winning trainer wins 28% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route to a sprint. Gets a leading jockey. Breeze Through Time, the 1, finished in the money in 2 races out of 3 starts at Parx Racing. Rail Post is winning at a 21% clip, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. And then Wonderful Venezuela, the 5, finished. I don't think that certain people think that it is, but anyway, finished second versus similar in last race, and she has a trainer wins 17% of the races in the first start after claiming a horse. I'm going to play the 3rd pick 4, I'm going to use a 1568 with a 467 with a 610 with a 4678, and it's a $48 ticket.
Yes, the 8-horse, Terry, for me is the top pick as well. That one, as we talked about, has all those advantages. Sim favorite, great chance to be on the lead, 7-point late speed edge, third start after a layoff. Come get me if you can. Breeze through time, the 1-horse, needs a bounce back race. It is one of 2 yes horses along with the 8-horse, but if it bounced back to form, it could take the dub here. 6, Cruise Missile, smoked in the last race with a top last race speed figure of 4 points, and should be better with early pace improvement last out. And then Wonderful Venezuela, 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row, but they're all by 1 point. So really not a big improvement, but still an angle that wins at 15% or more, according to Barry Meadows. This is making the third start after a layoff. Race number 5. This is the midpoint of a 9-race card, Terry. In the 5th spot today, we are going to go, let me get all this, another 1-mile race where they make 1 trip around the track. We talked about that favoring early speed with 1 out of 3, a touch more than that. Getting the first call at the first call and getting the first call at the last call. The rail and the outside horses, a little bit of discount. Everything in the middle, a little bit of a bonus. So in the 5th spot, do we have any middle speed, Terry?
We do, that 5, which is kind of in the middle of the pack. It's the best speed numbers, followed up by the 7 and the 4.
Yes, indeed. You talked about that 4, 8-point last race speed figure for Patty Cakes. Big time simulation favorite in there, Terry. Also part of a group that have hit par. Once again, it looks like they can all do it. Terry, who's going to get the best jockey?
Well, it looks like to me the 4 gets the best jockey, 6 best trainer, but that 4 has the best jockey trainer combination in, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and that 4 could be Lone E again. Everybody else, kind of pressure horses, though, so really no straight closers in here. So having some late speed could be beneficial. You see the 1 tops that list. Once again, let us know, Terry, that a bunch of these horses got a chance to get a race that matches their best performances.
That's right, and that 4 has probably the best chance to feel the most comfortable because it's way up there to 90.09%, which is a really nice C-zone number.
Yeah, only 1 class dropper in here. That's Battling Time. 4, 1, 5, and 6, top of total pace. 4, 1, also the top of the simulation odds. A couple different numbers in here with the 7 and the 3. So it looks like the 4, 1, something else, Terry. What do you think?
Well, I like the 4 in here. Patty Cakes finished in the money in the last 7 races, so really competitive horse. Best start speed is fastest among the starters and has a top trainer and jockey. 7 Battling Time is won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, finished 3rd in her last start, and has a top trainer and jockey. Chelsea's Wall, the 6, won 3 of the last 4 races, finished 3rd as a favorite last time out, but the trainer wins 35% of the time when bringing beat favorite back to race again. Carol Girl, the 5, is my long shot. Finished 2nd versus similar in the last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me.
I'm going to start with Battling Time. Much better early pace and fractions. The only class dropper. Number 4, Patty Cakes, top last race speed figure, 8 points, top total pace. Sim favorite, winner 3 of 5 at Parx, Lone E, strong C-zone. Yeah, maybe it should be at the top. Number 6, Chelsea Wall, should be coming at the end. The first up record for me is a little bit on the iffy side, but does have a pretty solid work pattern, prepping for the first after a layoff. And then finally, Peach Perfect. My dog's name is Peach. She's my chubby blonde girlfriend. This Peach Perfect faded late in its last time out, when the horse came off the bench, showed some speed and faded late. Next time out, second start after a layoff. This is what we see here today. The horse came back to win. So I am looking to see my chubby blonde girlfriend repeat that pattern. 3, 4, 6, and 7 for a 50-cent trifecta box for me. And now we're going to move on to race number 6, which I think has some significance. It is the last of the plenty of pick 4s today. I also think that Terry will have some exciting news about race number 6 in just a moment. 6.5 furlongs, which absolutely 1,000% favors inside speed, particularly the rail in Dream Chaser. In the 6th spot, Terry, doesn't look like the 1's got any speed, though.
Nope, the 1 is actually scratched out of here, and the 2's way down at the bottom there, but that 6 has the most speed in here according to the numbers.
Yeah, and our race shape says everybody wants to be middle forward, so it could get hot. Only 2 horses have hit par, though, Terry, and looks like many of them, though, have a great chance to do it today as they've all come close.
Yeah, they sure do. The one with the best chance is at 7, according to the numbers there, but followed up by the 6, which is pretty close to the 7.
Yeah, the 8 to the 10 looks like it's in there, too. A lot of different numbers in there. Some horses showing improvement. Nobody moving down in class, Terry. Who's going to be moving with the best jockey-trainer combination?
Well, the 3 looks like the best jockey, 10 best trainer, but the 6 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, the 6 and 10 look like they'll be going at it in that regard. Well, this looks like a pretty open race. You got the 10, 6, 9, and 8 over here. Got the 10 and 9, and then again, some more changes. You have some pretty strong thoughts on this race, Terry. What are they?
Well, I'll tell you what, in this race here, I like the 6, which is my pick of the day at Parx Racing. And she likes Parx Racing. She's finishing the money 71% of the time here, winning 29% of those starts. The distance have not caused any problems, but she's finished the money 100% of the time, winning 67% of the starts. Then the 10 is my second choice, finished in the money in 8 races out of the last 9 starts with 3 wins and gets a leading trainer and jockey. Popped the Champagne Row as a 7. Drops in class today, can go the distance. And then I like the 8 as my long shot, finished in the money in 5 races out of 6 starts with 2 wins and can go the distance. This is a very competitive race. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm hoping to get a pretty good price on the 6. I'm going to bet 10 to win and 20 to place. And then I'm going to bet a $5 exacta box 6-10 and then a $5 exacta box 6, 7, 8, and 10, and I'm going to play the last pick 4. I'm going to use a 6-10 with the 6-8 with the 1, 2, 8, 10, 11 with the 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, a $50 ticket.
It's a lot of numbers. Pop the Champagne Row. Yes, indeed. This is where I'm going to start this one. 1 of 2 yes horses. I mean, the horse has been phenomenal, sort of, at the distance. 6 times out. 5 seconds in a third. So that's 6 out of 6 of my math. Yeah, hasn't won yet, but certainly knocking on the winner's circle door. Number 10, Olivia's Girl. Faster by more than a second in its last race. In the money, 7 out of 9 on a fast track. So that's a big key here. Simulation favorite, top total pace. Those numbers together usually equal a good performance. Then there, Terry's best bet, Sonadora Girl. The other yes horse, along with the 7, chance to be better in the 3rd start after the layoff as the pace setter in what could be a race with a lot of tempo. Speed of the speed, usually the place to be. And then finally, Union Bell was a tough call for me over the 5, Fast Motion, and the 8, Gio's Fuego, but does have the most late speed in a race where a lot of horses are going to push to be middle forward. Could be very close to the pace as well. So more money for me in the Benny and the Bets, 50-cent trifecta box. 6, 7, 9, 10, and then a pick 4, 6, 7, 10, 1, 3, 7, 8, 8, 10, 1, 6, 8, and 11. That's $48 for me to close out the Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4s for today. How long do we have the race number 2, Terry? Probably a long time, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we're probably going to get through the whole card before race number 2. The 7th spot here, 6 furlongs. I think it's the most common distance on the card today. Let me find race 7 right quick here so I can get that up. Yeah, where is race 7? I have no idea. What did I do with it? There it is. Race number 7. Early speed, almost 4 out of 10. On the lead all the way around the track. The inside 3, Terry, with that speed is the place to be. And in race number 7, the 1, 2, or 3. No speed there either.
Nope, it's the 4, and the 4's got double, well, not quite double the speed as the 6, but 6 follows up with some numbers there too.
Now, a lot of different things across the top lines here. Instant Vision, 3-point speed figure edge. Big simulation favorite for the 8. 4 and 6 look like they have the best chance to get out by themselves out front. The 8 with a lot of late speed and the top total pace. Looks like a lot of different ways you can take this race, Terry. It is a maiden race as well with the speed figure of 79. I like to look for those horses that have hit par, Terry. It looks like they ain't any.
No, there's a couple that came within 5 points, the inside and the outside horse, the 1 and the 8. And then today, that 1 and 2 have the best chance, according to the numbers, of doing it today. So, and you want to take a look at those first-time starters You know, we like to see it over 2.5. Look at that one, that 7-horse, which is 2.99, and then followed up by what is that? The 3, which is 2.63. So they have pretty good numbers.
Yeah, they have decent numbers, decent jockey trainer combinations, but not as strong as that 4-horse.
Nope, the 4 has the best jockey combination, trainer combination.
Yeah, so this race, you got a bunch of horses with some experience you could choose from. You got some first-timers you can choose from. It looks like the all but might be the appropriate play here, Terry. We don't get to do that. So how did we play it?
Well, I like in this race the 8, CJ's Love and Life. Finished in the money in 3 races out of 3 career starts and finished third versus as a favorite last time out. The trainer wins 22% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back and has a top jockey. Peacefulness feeling. The 6, she has a high percentage winning trainer. Early speed running style helps her chances, as the shorter distance will be a plus. And then Silent Wrath, the 4, has an early foot. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like is my long shot, the 7, Wonder Girl Carly. It's a debut runner, sired by a stallion with a 16% win rate for the first-time starters. Her dam has produced 1 winner from 2 foals, trained by a trainer whose horses win 17% of the dirt races, and she's as well bred for today's distance. No bet for me, as I'm out of money.
I'm going to go with the 2 first-time starters. Everybody in here is a no, so they're all no's and a couple of maybes. I'm going to go with the 7-horse top first time rated starter, 2.99 points, some decent workouts. Xmas, yes. Well, I guess Xmas, yes. In Cairo, the other second-time horses versus first-time starter versus all no yeses. JC's Lovin' of the horses with experience. It is the big-time simulation favorite. Does have that top total pace of 9 points over everybody else who's run before. And then Instant Vision does have a top last race speed figure that is 3 points better than everybody else. And the inside 3 get a huge bonus. So I'm about to go with that one as my finale. Was a tough call over the 4, Silent Wrath. I'll take the longer odds and the better race last out. 50-cent trifecta box where I think you can get a nice payout here. 1, 3, 7, and 8. 2 races to go. So that means that's the late daily double. It's going to start in race number 8. And in race number 8, it's the only one today. That's a $170 on the main track there. You have Stalkers doing well. Still a little more than 1 out of 4 win on the lead. Inside does better than outside, and it's pretty systematic. So the closer you are to the rail, the better chance that you have. Having tactical speed is a good way to go. But it looks like one of them has a lot more than everybody else.
That's right. That 3 has double the speed number of anything else, followed up then by the 5 and the 1.
3 is the only horse that has hit par so far. And it looks like some have a chance, but it looks like most of them really no chance.
Yeah, that's true. The one with the highest numbers is 6, Dr. Lou, with a 20.9%. The rest of them don't have too much of a chance, according to what the data says.
Yeah, everybody wants to kind of be middle forward, so this can be a pretty hot race, Terry. And these sort of races, I pay a lot of attention to the C-zone. Where would you focus if you were me?
Well, the 10 has the best C-zones of 88.11%, followed by the 6 at Dr. Lou, and then that 7.
Yeah, indeed. Some horses showing some improvement. That's what you see here. Everybody's either moving upper class or hanging out in the same area code. Who's got the best jockey, best trainer? Maybe Connections win this race.
Well, the 8's the best jockey, 3's the best trainer, but I believe the 8 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yes, the 8 also 5-point last race speed figure. If you look here, no real favorite according to the simulation odds. Although the 10 does have a pretty good total pace advantage of more than 1 length. Maybe back-to-back all races, Terry. I don't know. Who do you think takes home the title in race number 8?
I like the 11, Good Friday Man. Finished in the money in 5 races out of the last 6 starts. Has 2 wins and gets a leading jockey, can go today's distance. Number 1, Boys of Summer, finished third versus similar in the last race. Rail Post wins at a 20% clip. The trainer wins 18% of the time with horses competing in routes. And then Earl of Dassel is the 2, finished third versus similar in last race and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Okie Den Den the 10 is my long shot. Ran second versus similar in last race. Early speed running style helps the chances and has a top trainer and jockey. No additional bets.
I'm going to go with the 8-horse to start off the double. Game Time Gladiator. Top last race speed figure. A handful of points better than everybody else. Smoked around the track in its last race, which was the second time at Parx. Same result if it runs the same race. Number 10, Okie Den Den. Top total pace is 6 points. Missed by a nose last time out. A little bigger nose than mine, but not much. Not sure the extra distance, though, today will help Okie Den Den. Number 1, Boys of Summer. Highly consistent performer. Run well at Parx 3 times out. A second and a couple of thirds. And then finally, Smooth Motion. It's the only yes horse. Could be on the lead. Got to have him in the third up. 10 to win on the 8th. And a 50-cent trifecta box 1, 3, 8, and 10. I think we have a handful of minutes before the race number 2 gets started. So let's get through the finale today, Terry. Race number 9. And in the 9th race, they're going to go, let me pop that up here. I think 6.5 furlongs. Yes, indeed. Is a maiden claiming. So again, that's 71 speed figure for the Brisnet. That's a big thing to pay attention to. And in race number 9, a few of them have overcome that hurdle.
Yeah, the 1, 6, 8, and 9 all have a yes. And then you've got a couple of maybes with the 10 being really close with 2 points. And the 4 within 5 points.
So, all these yes horses, Terry. 1, 3, 6, and 11 want to be on the lead. 8 and 9, they want to co-pilot. 2, 4, and 10 close. The 7 not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 5 first-time starter, though, close to that 2.5 threshold, though it does have some yeses and maybes to deal with. Who's going to get a really nice trip here, Terry?
Well, according to the numbers, the 7 has the best chance, followed by that 1 and then the 11.
Yeah, and then the 8 in there as well. So you got some of those C-zone horses being yes horses. Sweet Winner could be your winner if it repeats its last race. 5-point last race speed figure as a yes horse in there. Terry, who's going to get a good ride?
Well, the 7's got a really good jockey. 11 has a good trainer, and the 7 has the best jockey trainer combination, I believe.
Oof, another one of these races. Well, maybe the one horse gets out to the lead as a yes horse, goes wire to wire with a decent C-zone in there. 8, 6, 10, and 1, top total pace horses. 4, 8, 1, and 5. So the 8 and the 1 are in both columns over there, Terry. Who are in your column?
I like the 11. He drops in class today, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Sweet Winner, the 6, ran second versus similar in the last race, has the highest last speed rating. Early speed running style helps chances. Number 10, Lord CB, drops in class today, has a trainer, wins 24% of the races in the second start of a horse with this trainer. And then the 9, early speed running style helps the chances and has the highest speed figure at today's distance. Best dirt speed is fastest than the average winning speed. No additional bets as I'm completely out of money.
Yeah, Sweet Winner, the 6, top last race speed figure, 5 points better than everybody else, potentially more in the second race after a layoff. Number 1, Wampanoag Chief. Big time rail edge, could be on the lead, strong C-zone. 11, Extra Sexy MC Steamy. Trending higher with its speed numbers with a chance to improve on them in the third start after a layoff. And then Cray Day None, or Cray Not Done, I don't know. Top total pace horse for the 8 horse. Yes horse that was better across the board last time out. So showed some improvement from the beginning of the race to the end of the race. No additional bets for me, Terry. I think race number 2 is about to get cracking. So let's go back to race number 2, which is another beginning leg of a pick 4, second leg of the opening pick 4. And let me see what's cooking here. They're off and running. No, stupid me. They're not off and running as of yet. They're close to off and running. Tomorrow we're going to do Parx. Wednesday will probably be Keeneland. Thursday will be Belmont at the Big A as we start to get ourselves geared up for the Breeders' Cup. Next Wednesday, when the show is over, Tom and I will get together for the Breeders' Cup International Spectacular to make sure you don't miss Parx tomorrow, Keeneland Wednesday, Big A on Thursday, Parx next week, and Belmont previews. What do you got to do, Terry?
Well, you need to subscribe to our different sites, including our YouTube channel, and go ahead and hit the bell so that you're notified about all the different programs we have coming up. Copy the link to share with your friends, neighbors, and relatives. I know they're going to like what they see when they come and see here what we're doing. And then go ahead and go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, and give us a thumbs up and a like. And then I'll keep these comments coming that you see on the right-hand side here, because we like to see them and we enjoy the picks that you do. Helps us with our algorithms. I want to say hello to Jose and Private Ross, and also Don Johnson and Lauren. So,
all right. Well, race number 2 is underway. The 3-horse is on the lead at 11-1 for Hope for Greatness. The 4-horse, the 5-2, right now tied with the 1-horse as the favorite, running in shotgun opening quarter. I mean, just at basically 23 seconds. 4-horse Golden Filly with jockey Kendry Riviera sitting right now, and the driver's seat as he put his nose above the 3 as he make their way around the turn. Let's see if he can hold that turn. He's on the whip a little bit early, I feel like, cracking that horse to get going. We'll see if indeed he can hang on. The 1-horse at 5-2, making up some ground, but can he catch the 4-horse? The 4-horse jockey now asking him to finish this race. The 1-horse is making up some ground as the 4-horse's strides shorten up. But I don't think they're going to catch the 4-horse at the wire. So he's just tapping him along. It's going to go 4, then 7, then 1. 4, 7, and 1 is the way race number 2 goes. The 4-horse is your winner, and the trifecta. We're both alive. Yes, we're both alive. I thought I didn't have the 7, but I also hit my $5 exact key box with the 4 over the 7. For that should pay pretty well because you got a 5-2 over a 5-1.
yeah.
So hopefully, let me see, just get an idea here what that might pay. The 4 over the 7 is going to pay $22 for a buck. So I am going to be, Terry, in the plus column for the day, despite losing half of my money in the opener.
That's all right. You're doing good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right? So I got the rest of the day for the rest of the Benny and the Bets to come home. Again, tomorrow, Terry and I will do Parx. Wednesday, we'll do Keeneland. Thursday, Belmont at the Big A. If you're not watching, you're not winning. In a second there, you will see all of our social sites streaming below. Kindly subscribe to one of them. Make sure you hit the tip jar. Again, inside the description on YouTube, you'll find the tip jar. You'll also find a link to our smart sheets as well as a link to the explanation on how to use them. Race number 1 is in the books. Terry off to a great start with the 5 and the 4. Maybe he needs to go on vacation more often. His top pick coming home the winner. And here's the way we see the rest of the day. Just play Terry's top pick all the way down, particularly in race number 6. As far as the continuation of our bets, nothing in race number 3. Race number 4 is the next of the pick 4s. Race number 5, another trifecta box for me. Race number 6, there you go. Terry's best bet. Sanadora Girl, along with a pick 4 and a trifecta box. Bunch of things to consider in that race. Race number 7, another trifecta box. Race number 8, 10 to win on the 8, 50-cent trifecta box. Nothing in race number 9. Terry, welcome back. As always, you get the floor with some final incredible thoughts for the day.
Well, I want to say that, in my 60-plus years of handicap and horse racing, I find that I get stealth from time to time, and I've had a pretty cold streak here for the last couple of weeks. And then whenever I take time off like that for 3 or 4 days and don't even pay anything attention to any kind of horse racing, I usually come back fresh and do better. So that's really a good one. And then I want to tell Don Johnson that, I had a great time on the vacation. I had lots of good seafood. If you like seafood, go up to the California coast up here in the north, get some good seafood there. And anyway, other than that, just have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I have seafood every day, Terry.
Do you?
Yeah, I see food and then I eat it. There you go. You had to know that was coming. And anyway, folks, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, we certainly do hope you have God's grace, God's favor. Everything you do until we get back together again tomorrow for Parx ends up in our favorite place,
the winner's circle.
Yes, we will see you tomorrow.